You know, friends and family have been asking me what I want for Christmas, and I didn't really have a good answer for them. Until now. Hello hunters and welcome back. I am rested and rejuvenated and here today to bring you all the details I can see with the recently released Monster Hunter Showcase. If you have not yet seen it, I will be showing large parts of it in this video, but do go check it out from Monster Hunter directly, and then come back here for the breakdown. Let's start with the new trailer for Gogma, coming December 16th. And, my background music doesn't seem to fit the bill for this episode. 1 second. There, that's better. A lot of fan theories were confirmed in this trailer, including Gogma having a new weapon instead of his previous Dragonator, Nadia the Ace Gunner being added, and Arch-Tempered Jin Dahaad being included in this title update. But let's look at some of the less obvious stuff. Right at the beginning, we have Werner giving, I can only assume Gog, a new nickname, the Specter of War. This may be a detail to accentuate the fact that he has an ancient Wyverian energy weapon stuck to his back and likely acquired it when encountering an active ancient Wyveria. Gogma may be the enemy that Wyveria was afraid of, enough so for them to have created Zoshia, but I haven't been through the story of the game since it came out almost a year ago now, so I may need to carve out the time to re-experience it. Moving on, we see a sample of a fight with Lord Gog, and we get a taste of what's to come. Classic forward body wing-arm slam combos like Magala, arm drag sweeps, which also leave the explosive pools of tar, and Gog's classic tar beam, which has never looked better. It's in this shot too that we see rocks overhead, presumably to be dropped for a burst of damage, and a raised ledge with netting, indicating it can be climbed. Very reminiscent of the arena where Gog can be fought in 4U, allowing for mounting his chest as well as a well-timed Dragonator. Gogma continues his tarry assault, and seen here in slow motion, a hole is blown through the terrain. Immediately afterward, we cut to Gogma reeling from what appears to be Dragonblight, and an indication that Nadia was responsible for the shot. In previous games that included Elder Dragons, Dragon Energy weapons were crucial for hunting them, as they could inflict Elderseal, a temporary status akin to Dragonblight for hunters, wherein the Elder Dragon's power would be reduced for a short time. Between this shot and the indication from the devs that we will want fire and dragon element weapons for the fight, it would not surprise me if this mechanic made a return. Now look here. Did you see something out of the ordinary in this clip? Look again, carefully. In each of these scenes, Gogma has these blue, almost technological in design spots on his body, on his neck, his wing arms. I don't know what exactly these are, weak spots perhaps? Spots where the tar has been completely removed? An indication that something beyond just stealing a weapon from Wyveria may have occurred in ancient times? I don't know, but I can't wait to find out more. We also have a shot of our hunter firing something out of their slinger that crackles with dragon energy, much like Dragonpods from Monster Hunter World. These seem more energetic, akin to the energy we see shortly hereafter coming from the cannon now dislodged from Gogma. We are also fighting at chest level, which appears to be the aforementioned ledge, as we can see rock drops behind Gog. Whether this is situational or scripted, I'm not sure, but using that cannon against Gog will probably be a must. Cutting away from the action, we have a new outfit for the Palico, as well as new weapons to Wilds, a Palico weapon and a sword and shield, the Catspaw weapon, paralytic in nature. We also have a new Wudwud helmet, or rather two helmets, one with glasses and a gold fro, the other plain. And we also have more poses returning from past games, each on display here by a different hunter. A cool shot of AT Jin Dahaad depicts new moves in his repertoire, a sweeping ice breath faster than anything we've seen before, specifically with the intention to bind, and his ground chill seems to have more range than before. The anti-bind skill Bind Resistance may be just as valuable this time as adaptability was when fighting AT New Udra. We return to Gog for his ultimate attack, wherein he flies into the sky, and after depositing a massive pool of superheated tar, he body slams the earth, causing a massive explosion. This attack, as indicated by Fabius, seems to be either blockable or at the very least requires some obstacle between you and the explosion in order to avoid harm, very much reminiscent of Safi'jiiva's Sapphire of the Emperor. This move differs from his ultimate move back in Generation 4, and I hope it gets a name befitting its awesomeness. If you have a name you think would be cool, leave it in a comment below. Again, this fight will be available in just a few days. I hope you're ready, hunters. Let's shift gears to the actual showcase now. We are given a new render of Gogmazios, still coated in a thick layer of tar. We are also informed that this hunt is an 8-person hunt, but not in a traditional sense. The exact wording is we will hunt with up to 4 hunters and 4 support hunters, meaning if you go it alone, you will only have 4 support hunters available for a total of 5, and if you have 6 players, only 4 of you can be on a quest together, as the other 4 slots for the 8-person squad are earmarked for the support hunters. I assume we will have scaling for the hunt to allow for solo hunting, albeit very difficult solo hunting, but we will know more once the day arrives. They also say to work with Fabius and Nadia to slay Gogmazios, which may indicate that they are required for the mission, but again, that remains to be seen. We have a look at the new armor for Gogmazios, and it looks stunning. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but wow, didn't realize how much I've missed it. We also have the Palico armor and weapon, which may be a fantastic sleep weapon for the Palico, as Gogmazios weapons in the past have had a sleep attribute. Now we dive into the new Gogma Artian weapon mechanic, whereby a rarity 8 Artian weapon can be further reinforced using Gogmazios pieces. Shown here we have 3 different types of tarred devices, one for attack, one for affinity, and one for element. Using 3 of these pieces, we can augment a rarity 8 Artian weapon, in this case the greatsword Varianza, to a new Gogma Artian weapon, the Ostrak Oblivion. We can also see that the attack focus gives a 10-point boost to raw attack, or 48 points of bloated due to the greatsword bloat coefficient, but decreases affinity as compensation, losing 15%. Switching to affinity, the raw is now dropped 10 points, but affinity is raised by 10%. 10 points of element are lost as well. Lastly, the elemental increase gives 50 points of element and cuts the affinity by 5%, so not the worst trade-off if you are a weapon that uses element heavily. Next are the details surrounding the skills added to the Gogma Artian weapons, 1 set skill and 1 group skill. Seen here we have Rathalos's Flare and Flexible Leathercraft added, allowing for these skills to be active with 1 less required armor piece, so long as the weapon is equipped. We can also amend weapon reinforcements in 2 different ways, shown here. The first method keeps the bonuses but augments them. The sharpness boost remained unchanged, the affinity boost and attack boost at the bottom gained additional levels, and the affinity and element boost above seem to have maxed out, granting substantial benefits. The second method resets the bonuses, changing what you had on the weapon for new reinforcements, and provides additional levels to all 5 newly rolled bonuses, maxing out 3 of them in this case. This means that if you have an Artian weapon rarity 8 that has reinforcement bonuses you dislike, you no longer have to trash the weapon. Upgrading it to a Gogma Artian will allow you to re-roll these bonuses. Unfortunately, there is now an additional level of reinforcement RNG, allowing for at least 3 of the bonuses to gain 4 additional levels of efficacy. If all 5 can, then this system will involve a lot of RNG, which only adds to the already overwhelming amount of RNG-based endgame mechanics. My advice, don't sweat it too much. We are expected to be able to beat Gogmazios without this system, and once the expansion comes around, these weapons and this system will likely be overwritten by something bigger. Don't pull your hair out trying for perfection right now, unless you're a speedrunner or you find enjoyment in the grind. We are also shown the ability to reset the skills on the Gogma Artian weapons independent of the reinforcement bonuses, which is pleasant. However, more parts from GOG are required to do so. Importantly, we see on the reroll that skills like Lord's Soul are possible, which opens up even meta-defining armor combos to have more variability depending on your luck. Another quick recap of AT Jin shows his Gamma armor set. His copper fins have now been traded for an icy white and blue motif, and we get confirmation that much like AT New Udra, AT Jin will be locked behind HR 100 as a most likely 9-star quest. Shifting back to the hub, we have the Transcendence system previously discussed, but it's nice to see it explained again. Transcending an armor allows for additional reinforcement with armor spheres, and for rarity 5 and 6 gear, this includes larger and more decoration slots. We will also get 3 new optional quests where we have to fight 3 9-star monsters, each with a strength star rating of 4. These quests will prove to be quite the challenge, but they each reward a new unique nameplate upon completion, as compensation for the trauma you will have to unpack with your therapist. Also announced, new hunter exercises, which allow us to fight against 9-star monsters. How this differs from other quest types remains to be seen, but with any luck this may include monsters that otherwise would not be 9-star, getting a chance to shine again. Finally, 2 new support hunters, Griffin and Nightmist, are also included in the show, Griffin having been dropped in the art presented with the Gogma reveal trailer. Now onto the DLC content. We have free poses being added, which I mentioned earlier in the video, and a free character and Palico edit voucher will be added for all players, regardless if you use the free one provided at the game's launch or not. As for paid DLC content, we have a new layered armor for us, a new skin for the Sacred, a new pendant, and new layered weapons for every weapon type. Each one looks like something from a sci-fi anime, and it's a shame that they are behind a paywall. More DLC includes poses performed on your Sacred, stickers, and hairstyles of prominent NPC characters like Olivia, Eric, and Werner. New dance gestures are available with complimentary light show, and a handful of new pendants will be available for purchase, including a trot-along baby Sacred, which is just beyond adorable. Turning to event quests, we have the previously seen SNS weapon and Palico armor and Wudwud helmets, but they give us an additional note. For a limited time, we will have event quests to allow us to farm heavy armor spheres, seemingly the quest this hunter is on currently, fighting a Rathalos and Lagiacrus in the arena simultaneously. An additional shot of AT Jin is shown while explaining the free challenge quest coming in the future. This shot has Jin on his rock tower blowing his ice beam, but new to AT Jin is the pockets of exploding ice along the ground. Another new move for Jin, very reminiscent of the Blight explosions from Shageru Magala. And confirmation that Gogma is a permanent event quest is also announced, meaning he will not operate like sieges in World, where they rotate Kulve and Safi in and out, thankfully. The news just keeps coming as we now see the next festival for Wilds, the Winter Festival of Accord, Lumenhymn. If you thought the previous festivals were beautiful, you haven't seen anything yet. The festival will run from December 19th to January 14th, so make sure to log in to get the free stuff on offer. We see the returning Orion armor, as well as the new Wilds Festival-specific armor, the Palico equivalent armor, the free Sacred skin, which will most likely have a paid version as well, new cosmetics for your pop-up tents, new glasses for us as well as Alma, new waist armor, and oh, for the love of Gog. Well, I know which DLC is going to be the most popular. Nadia is noted special as being available for a limited time, so she will follow in the pattern of Fabius, only available during a festival. Be sure to utilize her and Fabius to the utmost for the festival duration. A fantastic shot of the Grand Hub fireworks display wraps up the current content coming in the next month. But the show is not over yet. The roadmap of the next month is as we expect. Gogma with all his mechanics, the new optional quests, armor transcendence, and new weapon balancing comes out on the 16th. The festival begins 3 days later on the 19th, and AT Jin makes his debut on Christmas Eve, December 24th. It's like Capcom was giving us a present. Mainly for me, but I'll share. This also means December 30th will likely be when the free challenge quest for his pendants will go live, so stay tuned for that. So what about the future? Title Update 4 has been confirmed as the final title update for Wilds, but we will have more content come February. AT Arcveld will release, and we will also get the Fan Weapon Greatsword and Fan Pendant added to the game, alongside a Pendant and Palico armor based on Monster Hunter Stories 3. All of this is slotted for February 18th, which is only 10 days before the 1-year anniversary of Monster Hunter Wilds. I expect we may have more in store for when that day arrives. Another segment that many players have been waiting for, optimization updates. I can't speak too much on this, but here is the slated rollout and actionable items they list. The optimization appears to be in 3 steps as of now, with Title Update 4, January, and February slotted for the rollout windows. If you had issues playing in the past, give it a shot again once these start taking effect. And just when you think we are done, think again. We also have the new patch notes for the upcoming title update. Everyone should take the time to read these as they are important and in some cases game-changing. But some highlights include increased quest timer minimums for 2 or more monsters, new ways to search your investigations and SOS quests, auto-accept quests now take priority over the manual accept quests, perfect guards now allow for faster follow-up, a whole slew of new information and buffs for all weapon types, which I will further elaborate on in a minute. Skills have been altered, namely Guard Up, Charge Up, Ballistics, Elemental Absorption, Flayer, Binding Counter, Flawless Armor, Protein Fiend, Bad Blood, Scorcher, White Flame Torrent, and Bubbly Dance. Support Hunters have been improved again, Sacrets have been improved again, Nada's Collection has been improved again, a new option to remove the red health big wobbly line will be added, and that's just a snippet. I said I would discuss the weapon changes more in depth, however there are so many that I would advise you please go read your weapon-specific changes in the patch notes, which I have linked below. Monster Hunter tweeted about the changes as well, commenting on the upward adjustments for every weapon, better guarding for weapons that have that function, and again noted the skill changes, specifically Guard Up, which along with Constitution has been a major point of confusion among the shielded community. I'm glad to see that Capcom is trying to alleviate issues with controls for Insect Glaive, they gave the Switch Axe some new combo paths, and Perfect Guard is getting situated better than before. Phew! That was a lot. And to be honest, this has reinvigorated me to finish out Monster Hunter Wilds strong. I will be jumping back in as soon as this video goes out, and once Gogmazios graces us with his presence, I will have more videos to make. I'd like to dive into the new Gogma system and refine my prior video about Artians. I will do a video detailing the Gogmazios fight for new hunters, and my journey to Hunter rank 999 will be over soon. If you want to see that or have anything specific you would appreciate a video about, let me know in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, consider supporting on Patreon, and as always, may your RNG be kind and the desire sensor be blind. Goodbye for now, but not for long.